Live on Love 99.5 FM, on Facebook at Love 99.5 FM, Joy Learning and Joy Prime 2 p.m. each day. The Love FM High Schools debate, trumpeting the voice of young ones on issues of national interest. This event is brought to you by your superstation Love 99.5 FM, the Ashanti Regional SRC and the Regional Directorate of Ghana Education Service Ashanti and CHA. Behind your alma mater to glory, the biggest.
Welcome to Jachie University College, where we offer you premium quality education. With our College of Education, you can work and study to obtain your Bachelor of Arts in Education, and if you already have your Diploma in Basic Education, you can enroll in our 2-year top-up to obtain a degree at Jachie College of Education. For those who desire to teach or are school administrators that have degrees in other fields, you don't have to worry at all. You can enroll in our 1-year postgraduate diploma program, which is just tailored for you. We also offer industry-based courses to individuals and institutions to produce experts in the technology industry through Jackson Institute of Technology in partnership with NIT Limited India. Here is a 73-year-old medical practitioner, Dr. Palmer, who has defied all odds to graduate with a certificate in Microsoft Office Suite from NIT Limited India. Jachie University College is the best place to come if you want to pass your IELTS exam, because you have been recognized by the British Council as the best institution to provide IELTS tuition here in Ghana. Also, we have courses in forensic science and security management, among other in-demand courses to boost your career prospects. Here are some of the participants after the graduation from the forensic science and security management here at Jachie University College. Continuous professional development programs are also organized for all professionals such as teachers, nurses, and the like. Here are nurses from Kolebu Teaching Hospital in Accra displaying their certificates after completing their CPD here at Jachie University College. So it's our all-inclusive environment for you, regardless of your age, educational or professional background. There is an educational program for you. Why don't you call us on 0201 260 290. Let's start you off on that educational.
The Christian Service University, a fully chartered private university in Ghana, is inviting applications for admission. Undergraduate programs include BSc Nursing and Midwifery, Computer Science, Information Technology, Bachelor of Business Administration, BA Communication Studies, Planning and Social Development, and Theology with Administration. Postgraduate programs include MSc in Accounting and Finance, Monitoring and Evaluation, Corporate Planning and Governance. We have MA MPhil Communication Studies, MA Christian Ministry with Management, Event Management, MPhil English and Mathematics Education. With quality, faculty and state-of-the-art facilities, we blend academic work with entrepreneurial mindset in all our programs. For more information, please call 0246 275375, 0240 154825, or 0244 596603, or visit our website www.csuc.edu.gh. CSU is located at Odeneho Kwadaso on the Kumasi Obuasi Road, 100 meters off Star Junction. Choose CSU today to secure the future of Africa.
And to make him better known.
Sometimes all you need is something sweet to snack out that hunger. Something for your day-to-day back. Something sweet for the base. Something sweet when the sun is up. Something sweet for the workers.
Grandpa, I'm here, and the name is Gary, and I have a favorite.
Gary, H&H Gary mix is creamer.
Sugar no low.
More creamer.
H&H 4-in-1 Gary Mix is more creamer and low in sugar. This advert is FDA approved.
Competition in Ghana is back. Which side do you represent? For or against the motion? Stay glued to your superstation Love 99.5 FM, Joy Learning and Joy Prime as we bring to you the biggest stage where schools in Ashanti show their prowess through debate. Rally behind your alma mater to glory as gallant young men and women from the various senior high schools in Ashanti elucidate their stance on matters of national interest.
We have seen contest 5 that was between Osei Tutu Senior High School and Osei Educhum Senior High School, which we normally refer to as the battles of the Osei or the Osei Derby. Now we're going to contest 6, and the contest 6 is going to be between one-time champion Prempeh College and also Mighty Japas, that's Jachie Pramso Senior High School, and they are going to argue for and against the motion code. Corporal punishment should be reintroduced in our schools, and so I'm sure you can see a cane in my hand. We are asking, should they be brought back or not? We have Jachie Pramso arguing for the motion and Prempeh College arguing against the motion. As usual, let's have a conversation with our friends from the two schools and let's know what their expectations for the day is going to be. Now, let me go to the school that is going to argue for the motion today. That's Jachie Pramso Senior High School. Sweetheart, tell us your name and what we should expect from your school today.
My name is Chifaba Comfort. Today, you have to expect something massively from us because you're not here to joke. We're here to be on our stance that corporal punishment should be indeed reintroduced in schools because students are going waywardly nowadays. So we are here to give you something better. Thank you.
Okay, let me speak to your patron, sir. Please join me, and when we are done, I'll give you the cane for you to beat her. She says it should be brought back. But what do you want to add?
Thank you very much. I'll commend my student for what she says. We are battling this afternoon with the one-time champion, as you already said, Prempeh College, of which they call themselves Rantier. But
Rantier is Kumase High.
Amanfo. But after today's contest, their name, Amanfo, will be changed to Abrefo because we are going to give them the best of heat up, or we are poised for action and we are ready to battle up with them boot for boot. So Amanfo today should expect nothing but a big showdown from Mighty Japas.
Okay, but tell us your name.
My name is Divine Mensan Sapon, patron.
Okay, all right, thank you very much. And so let me move to Amanfo, that's seniors. Please, what do you want to add?
Okay, so my name is Mandy Caleb Kwarteng, and here from Prempeh College, we don't build castles in the air. We believe in the Bible, and the Bible says that horses and carriers build for battle, but victory cometh from the Lord. And so what we know is that if God is victory and God is with Prempeh College, then Prempeh College is victorious. So expect nothing but the best from our boys.
Okay, now let me go to the patron from Prempeh College. Sir, please draw close to me. What do you want to tell your colleague patron?
Thank you very much. This is George Owusu, as usual. We don't have much to say. We've been consistent until last year we fall out, so we are back. We are back to give Prempeh College. So we have to talk. He's not the one going to debate. So pray that don't go off. That's
Okay, remember we are still live on Radio Love 99.5 FM, on TV Joy Prime Joy Learning, on your multi-TV Digibox, and our collaborators. Once again, would like to say thank you to the Christian Service University, Joy Prime Joy Learning, the Ashanti Regional Students Representative Council, the Conference of Heads of Assisted Senior High Schools, and also the Ghana Education Service. Watch us also on Facebook and YouTube, and drop your comments with the hashtag LUVFMHSD. David, I'm bringing my cane to the auditorium right now, so please take it away.
Thank you very much, Patricia Amabunsu. And ladies and gentlemen, in this beautiful auditorium at the Christian Service University, a round of applause for your patrons and colleagues who spoke to Patricia a while ago. This is the 7th edition of the Love FM High School Debate, and trust me, this is the biggest platform for debaters here in Ghana. If you're excited to be here with us this afternoon, why don't you put your hands together for your own selves? Amanfo! Amanfo! One more time, Amanfo! Achame! 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 Okay, so those are students from Jachie Pramso Senior High School and of course Prempeh College. They'll be doing battle this afternoon on the motion, corporal punishment should be reintroduced in schools. Please put your hands together for the GS Ashanti region, for the Ashanti Regional SRC, for CHAS, and of course the Christian Service University College. A round of applause for all of them. And let's also acknowledge our sponsors, Yas Toothpaste. Now, they offer a complete oral health solution with 3 variants: Yas Total Care, Yas Whitening, and Yas Herbal. It's formulated to protect against cavities, tooth decay, plaque, and of course bad breath, while also promoting a brighter smile, healthy gums, and stronger teeth. For maximum protection, use Yas Toothpaste with Yas toothbrushes, which are available nationwide. Yas, caring brand for a caring family. Jackson University College is also a proud sponsor of the 2025 edition of the Love FM High School Debate. Now, the Jackson Institute of Innovation and Leadership is available for you. Now, in partnership with the British Council, the IELTS, and IDP, they are offering IELTS tuition in Ghana for those aiming to work or study abroad. Now, they provide in-person and online classes. Jill also has a study in Quebec program, Canada, and a program for English fluent or people who speak very good, French. Children between the ages of 5 to 15. They assist with documentation and offer flexible rates. Find their campus at number 4 Jackson Street at Aidiasi near KNUST. You can send them a mail at to len@jill.edu.gh, and you can also visit www.jill.edu.gh. Now, the H&H 4-in-1 Gary mix is also available. Indeed, we have some here at the CSU. So if you're looking for a quick, tasty, and satisfying snack, H&H 4-in-1 Gary mix is your best and perfect answer. Now, this popular choice features crispy Gary, creamer, roasted groundnut, and sugar. Just add water, and I always say preferably Verna mineral water. Stir, and you have something delicious. The H&H has added some H&H chocolate malt Gary soakings onto the market. They also have the H&H soya Gary soakings to the family. Grab these affordable H&H Gary mix products in shops nationwide. H&H 4-in-1 Gary mix, the perfect mix of crunch, flavor, and fun. Thank you very much, EcoBank Ghana, for supporting us this year. Now, many Ghanaians are unaware of essential emergency numbers, including those for financial crisis. However, EcoBank has introduced a new money emergency number, *770#. Now, this service provides instant access to crucial financial services like loans, fund transfers, utility payments, airtime, and data purchases. Even without an internet connection, dial *770# today and get immediate financial assistance. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Bonva Stores, thank you very much for supporting us. Now, Bonva Stores is your reliable partner for travel, work, or study abroad aspirations. They provide extensive services like visa assistance, hotel and flight bookings, guided tours, corporate travel, and school excursions. With over 10 years experience, they make travel documentation and consultation stress-free. Bonvas also has paid internships in Japan for IT students and hospitality jobs in US, Spain, and France. Locate them near Victory Baptist Church at Ayija. Bonva Stores, the joy of tourism. And of course, many thanks to our hosts, the Christian Service University. They are admitting students for the 2025-2026 academic year. Undergraduate and master's programs are offered at CSU with morning, evening, and weekend schedules. Now, CSU provides half scholarship to prospective students with aggregate 6 to 15. You can find CSU at Star Junction, Santase. Visit csu.edu.gh for admissions and other enquiries. CSU, faith, scholarship, and of course, integrity. Ladies and gentlemen, a panel of judges are seated. I would like to, at this point in time, introduce our judges to you. First of all, Amma Benewa is a passionate educationist and an experienced HR practitioner. She's here as one of our judges. Clad in a green attire this afternoon. Please show her some love by putting your hands together for Amma Benewa Annan. With that out of the way, I would also like to introduce to you Professor Anthony Kofi Osefosu. The name is long, so let me make it short. He responds beautifully and very well to the nickname OFAC. So say OFAC. And he will wave at you when he says, say it and see, he will wave at you, OFAC. See, he's waving at you. Please put your hands together for one of our judges in OFAC there. Now, Dr. Peter Arthur is the lead judge for the Love FM High School's debate. He is the former head of English Department and former head of the Language and Communication Sciences Department at KNUST. He delves into textuality, oral, written, and all kinds of text. He's here this afternoon. He says to me a while ago he enjoyed my singing when I said people should clap their hands if they are happy and they know it and all that. Please welcome him with a round of applause as he runs us through the rules of engagement and how the judges score. Dr. Peter Arthur, the empiricism man, is here.
Thank you, Dave. Yes, Madam Chair, I move straight to business. So I'm bringing you the scores and then the rules of engagement. So with the scores, we have 5 parameters. We have organization and clarity, argument and development, effective use of rebuttal, presentation style, role as a particular debater. For organization and clarity, we are talking about the way you introduce, the way you develop, and then you conclude. Please, sometimes some of you waste too much time on the introduction. You waste time. So make sure that you have the right introduction. So first speaker, you are taking 15 marks. Second, you are taking 10 marks. And then the summary is going for 5 marks. And then arguments and development, we are talking about the way you raise a point and then you defend it with evidence and the right support. The first speaker, you have 15 marks. The second speaker, you have 10 marks. And then the summary is going for 5 marks. Effective use of rebuttal. This is where I call it the wits of the heroes. You have to be able to identify a reasoning fault and prove to us that it is indeed a reasoning fault. But caution, make sure that if you are mentioning a fallacy, it is the right fallacy. Don't throw them around, okay? So the first speaker is taking 5 marks, and then the second is taking 10 marks, and then the summary is going for 5. Presentation style. Here we are talking about your body language, how you engage your audience and how you use the flow and all that, your voice and everything. Yes, you don't necessarily have to say now rebuttals. No. And when you start rebutting, people know that you are rebutting. You understand? And the first speaker is taking 5 marks. The second speaker is taking 3 marks, and then the summary is going for 2 marks. Role as a particular debater, and of course, the first debater is the most powerful, and then the supporting speaker comes after the first speaker. So the first speaker is taking 5 marks, and then the second speaker is taking 3, and then for the summary, you have 2 marks for that. Now, let's go for the rules of engagement. The principal speaker on the affirmative team presents argument in support of the motion. That's for 10 minutes. And then the principal speaker on the opposing team presents argument opposing the resolution. That is also for 10 minutes. And then the second speaker on the affirmative team presents further argument in support of the resolution, identifies areas of conflict, and answers questions that may have been raised by the opposition speaker. That is for 7 minutes. And then the second speaker on the opposing team presents further arguments against the resolution, identifies areas of conflict, and answers questions that may have been raised by the previous affirmative speaker. That goes for 7 minutes. The principal speaker on the affirmative team comes with closing statements to their arguments without adding any new information, and also uses the opportunity to respond to rebuttals if there is any, and that is for 5 minutes. And then the principal speaker on the opposing team comes with closing statement to their argument without adding any new information, and also uses the opportunity to respond to any rebuttal, if any, and that is also for 5 minutes. And then note this: speakers must be very audible in presentation, and I would advise that you take the microphone close to the mouth. And then there cannot be any interruption. Every speaker must wait for his or her turn. And then the principal speakers must raise only 5 points or less. And then the supporting speakers must raise only 3 points or less. Now let's go for some other external rules. He who asserts must prove. In order to establish an assertion, the team must support it with enough facts and evidence. Facts and evidence, of course, must be accurate. Examples of visual materials are permissible, and once introduced, they become available for the opponent's use if so desired. Tangible evidence must be tendered as exhibits for fact support. And then in rebuttals, the debater rebutting may ask any constructive and clear question that has a direct bearing on the point raised. The one rebuttant must confine him or herself to questions and not to make statements, comments, or ask any rhetorical questions. Supporters from both sides are supposed to exercise discipline, not to induce, frustrate, or intimidate any debater on the opposing side. Failure would attract the deduction of marks from their score. Debaters must respect time. If you are bailed out, you must end your presentation, else you will lose some marks. In a case of tie, the two schools involved will be given a motion to debate within 2 days or 48 hours. Now note this. All issues must be addressed to the producer of the event. And then at the 1/16th stage, motions will be given to schools 2 clear days before their contest. Dave, I'm through.
Well, I think he deserves a round of applause, doesn't he? And that's our lead judge, Dr. Peter Arthur. But let me quickly add a few things. We have what we call the unanimous decision, and we also have what we call the majority decision. So we have 3 judges seated here. Their job is to, judge the students' performance whilst they debate. So when all 3 judges rule in favor of the winning school, that is what we refer to as the unanimous decision. But if one judge, for example, scores a very high mark for a particular school, and their mark is so high that even when you tally it, their marks is even higher than the 2 schools that the 2 judges scored for, you have lost, because we're using 2 judges' scores to determine the school that has won. So that is the majority. So the majority decision carries the day. I hope you've understood it. You have, haven't you? Okay. At this point in time, he also talked about the fact that if you're debating and you're bailed out, you stop talking, you stop debating. So to my right, I have a very fine, handsome gentleman. His name is Emmanuel Koji. When you're halfway through your time, you hear him do this. But when your time is entirely up, he will do this for you. Now, when you hear this, you stop debating. Achiame. Oh, I'm not feeling the energy. Achiame. 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 Please stand for me. And those are students from Jachie Pramso Senior High School. They are for the motion. Corporal punishment should be reintroduced in schools. They are standing because they'll be singing for us their school anthem. Fortunately for you, Uncle Collins has found your school anthem online. So he'll be playing it for you. So when you hear him play your school anthem, all you need to do is to sing along. Are you ready? So sing with energy, sing with vim and vigor, and show us that you're happy to be here and you're indeed supporting your debaters. So on 3, 1, 2, 3. Achame, please put your hands together for your debaters. Principal speaker is Caroline Pokuya JP, supported by Yvonne Ayama. And there they are descending the stairs right now. They are to your right, but to my left. Taking their steps 1 step at a time. Descending the staircase. In a bit, they'll be mounting the podium. We'll be taking their seats. I can see one of the debaters waving at some schoolmates there, beaming with smiles. You're welcome, Caroline Pokuya JB and Yvonne Ayama. A mouthful. A mouthful. One more time. Amanfo, please stand. I heard the voices of students of Prempeh College. They are against the motion corporal punishment should be reintroduced in schools. Like I said, Prempeh College are against the motion. They are standing on your feet, ready to sing for us the school anthem as well. Are you ready? Are you ready? I can't feel you. Are you ready? Now I can feel it. So Uncle Collins, they are ready. Help them sing the school anthem right now. On 3, 1, 2, go. All right, so let's welcome your debaters as well. And they are Kelvin Phelps, INC Isaidu, supported by Champon Kwame Ohene. Where are they? There they are. Okay. And like I've already mentioned, the motion is corporal punishment should be reintroduced in schools. Our chairperson and also the ambassador for Love FM High School Debate is in the person of Mrs. Teresa Jackson of the Jackson University College. Please, a round of applause for her. And thanks very much for your presence this afternoon. Madam Chair, with your permission, can we start the debate? She says we can. Accurate timekeeper, are you ready? He says he is. Panel of judges. Okay, they say they are also ready. Debaters are seated. I'm certain they are also very much ready. Audience, are you ready? Audience, are you ready? We're live on television on Joy Prime and of course Joy Learning. We're live on Facebook on Love 99.5 and of course on radio on Love 99.5. Let me go to Jachie Pramso and welcome Caroline Pokuya Jebi to start the debate because she is the principal speaker. Please mount the podium.
Honorable Chair, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, teachers and trainers, sponsors, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, good day. I am Jebi Pokia Caroline from the noble and prestigious institution, Jachie Pramso High School, to West Japas, and I, as the principal speaker, write strongly in favor of the motion before the House today that, quote and unquote, corporal punishment should be reintroduced in our schools. The Chair, before I proceed, allow me to elucidate some vital points in the motion for the sake of my lovely audience. Corporal punishment, according to the Oxford Dictionary, refers to the physical punishment such as caning, flogging, knocking, kneeling, etc. In Ghana, The chair, it may interest you to know that the Children's Act 1998 and Criminal Offences Act 1960 initially allow for reasonable and justifiable reasons, including corporal punishment in certain contexts. The chair, in schools, offences that attract corporal punishment include stealing, fighting, breaking of bounds, truancies, and a host of others. So, these are the points I would like to raise to clear the doubts in the minds of my opponents. My first point to back my stand is that corporal punishment instills discipline in students. Godly fear brings discipline, so you, I, and everyone here would want to eschew doing anything that is likely to bring us pain. Indeed, there is no law currently in Ghana that bans parents from using corporal punishment to correct their children at home. Or can any parents rise to their feet to show that they have never corrected their children corporally? No parent would want to spare the rod and spoil the child, as the Bible makes us understand. So, corporal punishment in schools therefore aligns with values and expectations that parents have inculcated in their children. What happens in school by way of corporal punishment becomes a mere extension of what pertains to the child's home. So, in our schools, teachers must adhere to an in loco parentis approach when dealing with students. Point two, the chair. Corporal punishment deters students from misbehaving. These chaotic scenes we have been witnessing in our schools comes from the fact that offenders of school rules and regulations are left to go scot-free. Sometimes, with one or two pampering words to such deviant students, in the name of counseling, offenses are swept under the carpet. Let's cast our minds back on the recent happenings in our senior high schools, of which a typical example is what happened in Adventist SHS at Bantima, just a stone throw from here. A male student shot a female student in the eye. The chair, just imagine the eye, the most vital part of the human body system, and nothing serious was done to the culprit. And also, another student was found with a gun at Jachie Senior High School, maybe rehearsing to blow the headmaster's head off. Oh, the chair, I pity where my country Ghana is heading towards. And also at Nkwanta Senior High School in the Oti region, students vandalized and destroyed schools' properties on overseas phones. These gross indiscipline issues follow the withdrawal of caning as a corrective measure. Point 3, the chair, it is a fact that children are bound to make mistakes so that through corrections they learn. Amongst other ways that are to be used to correct children is by way of corporal punishment. So, the Bible in Proverbs 22 verse 15 says, and I quote, "Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction drives us far from him." The chair, it is an undeniable fact that the rod of correction, as prescribed by the Bible, has shaped and molded the lives of potentates in the past. So why are we then denying this generation the holy correction? Do we want our kids to continue to go wayward as we are witnessing in the country? My opponents, is that the way you want it? No, I do not think that is the way to go, and that is why we must wholeheartedly welcome the reintroduction of corporal punishment. Point 4, the chair. Is it not absurd that a country that has banned corporal punishment in schools will have its police force engaging in armed robbery on our roads? The point is, corporal punishment is bound to be used at a certain point in time in the country. So why do we prefer it to be used at a point that will lead to loss of lives and human capital in the nation? Ladies and gentlemen, I haven't heard of anybody who has been caned to death in any of our schools, but it is rather our own citizens who have grown up with deviant and uncorrectable behavior such as armed robbery, and they are killed every now and then. It is therefore better to use canes to correct our young ones in school than to allow them to rot and meet our police force on the streets for them to be gunned down. Point 5, and my last point. The proponents of the continuous abolition of corporal punishment in schools often refer to the seemingly non-use of corporal punishment in developed countries to defend their feeble stance. The chair, little did they know that even an advanced country like the US have states that use corporal punishment to correct their young ones. According to the US Department of Education, corporal punishment is legal. So, because the state either expressly allows it or the state does not expressly prohibit it. The chair, it is on record that states like Alabama, Arkansas, Kentucky, and more than 10 other states use corporal punishment in their schools. So, use corporal punishment in their schools. So, it is better we use corporal punishment to change the lives of our potentates in the past. So, in conclusion, the chair panel of judges, I therefore call upon the entire House to rally support in favor of the motion that, quote and unquote, corporal punishment should be reintroduced in our schools. Thank you.
For clear arguments and sound development, let us watch this video. Back off, let's go. It is on the account of these same inhumane brutalities that the Ghana Education Service thought it wise to ban all forms of corporal punishment. Some few years down the lane, these same people that this very law protected think teacher brutality is the right way to go. But the lovely audience of multimedia, I ask, is this right? My dear, your father was beaten. Your father's father was also beaten. And as for you, I heard that you received several punishments for an appalling presentation. And what did that change? Obviously, nothing. Panel of judges, this is a clear evidence we cannot afford to bring to your needs tables. While they prefer to be Pentecostal drums for their teachers, we have a debate to win. So I will continue. The stunning chairperson, bold and impartial panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, and all other protocols duly observed. Good afternoon. Representing Prempeh College, I am Kelvin Phelps Ayesu Insedu, Principal Speaker, against the resolution, and I quote, corporal punishment should be reintroduced in schools, unquote. The otherwise chairperson, explaining the key terms in the above stated motion and expressions, corporal punishment refers to a form of punishment that seeks to reform an individual by the infliction of pain to the said individual. Reintroduce refers to the act of bringing something back into effect again. And schools refers to institutions that give instructions and knowledge to students, usually based on their age. All in all, the chair the August House, what the motion simply seeks to posit is that teachers should go back to their old ways of punishing students, which was abolished, and I repeat, abolished due to certain reasons. Dr. Peter, we also have this article which states that for something to be abolished, it either has to be outmoded, ineffective, or harmful. It is in light of this that over 135 countries said goodbye to corporal punishment in their classrooms. Panel of judges, the proposition's clearest responsibility, therefore, is to explain to the entire House how turning our teachers into boxers and students into punch bags is the solution we need in our current dispensation. The otherwise chairperson, for those scripts that they call spare your rod and spoil the child scripts that you might be having in front of you, you can keep it to yourselves because we are not interested. Our premier point, therefore, in opposition of the resolution is corporal punishment should never be reintroduced in schools because it worsens recalcitrant behavior. Panel of judges. According to neurological science and biology, corporal punishment is associated with antisocial behavior, increased aggression, and mental health problems in children. And there is also no evidence that seeks to posit that corporal punishment has improved upon the behavior of people over time. Ladies and gentlemen, corporal punishment does not correct any deviant behavior. It rather suppresses the pain, anger, and guilt children have inside. And trust me, when they finally explode, they bounce back 7 times stronger. Let us watch this video for another clear understanding.
Just live on Love 99.5 FM, on Facebook at Love 99.5.
Where a student stabbed the eye of a teacher for punishing him. Ladies and gentlemen, with this, I wonder, if neurological science and biology has been able to explain this, then I doubt the credibility and the authenticity of the evidences that you tendered in. Come and explain this to us, or don't mount this podium at all. Ladies and gentlemen, our second point is that corporal punishment damages teacher-student relationship and has a negative cascading effect on success. Therefore, chairperson, trust is the foundation to every effective learning and teaching in schools. But then can we say the same for corporal punishment? Unfortunately, my people, the answer to this question is a big NO with 5 exclamation marks, because corporal punishment rather dwindles and diminishes the trust we seek today in our education. My dear, it would interest you to know that students that fear teachers do not ask questions in class, do not participate in class activities. Some of them don't even learn at all. So us bringing back corporal punishment in our schools is risking the basic core and foundation of our education. That is communication, collaboration, and connection. To my third point, therefore, chairperson, corporal punishment should never be reintroduced back into schools because it was never and will never be the solution to students' discipline. We all in this auditorium can attest to the fact that the cane our teachers used on us was only scary and was never worthy of any respect. Therefore, chairperson, permit me to turn this into a classroom study. Now, how many of us can look to the heavens and say that we did not commit an offense we were punished for? In fact, raise your hands. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Panel of judges, the number behind you solidifies our cry this afternoon. Corporal punishment created pretenders, students that only obeyed instructions temporarily and never learned anything. Therefore, chairperson, according to another research article posted by Dr. Grace Efwa-Mensah, she sought to posit that a healthy teacher-student relationship contributes massively to the development of in the name of Jesus, to the development of adolescents massively, and then making them more socially competent. Ladies and gentlemen, we go to our fourth point, which we argue that corporal punishment rather creates an avenue for teacher brutality. Now, for clear argument and development once again, Abodie video.
Joy Learning and Joy Prime, 2 p.m. each day. The Love FM High School's debate, trumpeting the voice of young ones on issues of national interest. This event is brought to you by your superstation, Love 99.5 FM, the Ashanti Regional SRC, and the Regional Directorate of Ghana Education Service, Ashanti.
This is what teachers use their so-called power to punish for when they are given the mandate to do so. That is not all, my dear people. I can also quote India and Nigeria, which have worse cases of brutality. Apodie, play the videos.
And chat. The biggest debate competition in Ghana is back. Which side do you represent? For or against the motion? Stay glued to your superstation Love 99.5 FM, Joy Learning and Joy Prime as we bring to you the biggest stage where schools in Ashanti show their prowess through debate. Rally behind your alma mater to glory as gallant young men and women from the various senior high schools in Ashanti elucidate their stance on matters of national interest. Catch us live.
Then again, we all can attest to the fact that every teacher disciplining a student gone wrong always ends with an, oh, I was just trying to correct him. Oh, it wasn't intentional. But the end result, we have a brutalized victim, courtesy of Sir John Cena and Madame Yasantua, claiming that what? They wanted a better future for us. But then what is the point of this future, I ask? If I have been brutalized to the extent that I can't see or walk to that future because of the canes and lashes I have received. Better future indeed. Give us a break. Finally, the chairperson, the August House. Corporal punishment should never be reintroduced in schools because it causes psychological harm to students. The chair, some forms of corporal punishment may initially be intended to inflict pain upon the individual. But then even my opponents would bear with me that this pain leaves a long-lasting emotional and psychological trauma on the student. This can then develop into anxiety, depression, and even PTSD. We also have in our custody a report from the World Health Organization dated 23rd November 2021, which seeks to posit that corporal punishment triggers physiological and psychological responses. Therefore, chairperson, these victims, oh yes, my dear, you heard me right, victims of abuse dressed in uniforms are never the same after receiving corporal punishment, be it kneeling down for several hours, receiving canes, or slaps on their face. Therefore, chairperson, the trauma that they carry from these experiences, we can say it's like MTN. It follows them everywhere they go, eventually killing every ounce of self-esteem they have in them. When they eventually don't make it in life, Sir Peter, they are labeled as rascals in the society we find ourselves in today. Therefore, chairperson, to this, I believe it is safe to say that this is not the future my opponents want for their friends. My dear, might want to come back again next time. The otherwise chairperson and bold and impartial panel of judges. Before I resume my seat, I agree that it is no sense or there is no sense or point in putting your right hand into fire when your left has already been in that same fire and experienced the pain. Abodie, the final video.
On Love 99.5 FM, on Facebook at Love 99.5 FM, Joy Learning and Joy Prime, 2 p.m. each day. The Love FM High School's debate, trumpeting the voice of young ones on issues of national interest. This event is brought to you by your superstation, Love 99.5 FM, the Ashanti
Region. This is
Region.
a girl from Jachie Pramso. That was beaten. Brutalized by her headmaster. All for what? Trying to help a friend in need. The article then shows that the headmaster was later interdicted. My dear, you should even be happy that we are fighting for your rights. And we all know the truth here, that you fear the Lord more than you fear your God. The chair, impartial panel of judges, I rest my case.
Hey, Amanfo, all you came here to do is just showcase video evidence without providing any vivid information. But don't worry, that is the reason why I am here, to give you vivid information on why corporal punishment should be reintroduced in our schools. The chair, honorable judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, students, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol duly observed. I am Yvonne Ayama from the prestigious and noble institution, Jachie Pramso Senior High School at Xiamen, and I stand as a supporting speaker in favor of the motion, quote and unquote, corporal punishment should be reintroduced in our schools. I am here to debunk false claims perpetuated by my opponent and to add extra information to what my principal speaker has given. Since my principal speaker has already done a marvelous job by enlightening the House on the motion, I will go straight to my point, Chair. My first point, making our sixth point in support of the motion, is that many people reject corporal punishment because they think teachers in general are wicked enough to use it to harm students. This is a very clear case of argumentum ad hominem, where the professional image of our dear teachers is unfairly attacked. If we credit teachers with modicum of respect, we will understand that no teacher canes for caning's sake. And I repeat, no teacher canes for caning's sake, but rather they cane students because they love them as their own children and have their welfare at heart. More than 99% of our teachers will hate to do anything to harm their students. My opponents may want to know the 1% isolated case where teachers may abuse the use of corporal punishment. Don't worry, it is simple. When we introduce corporal punishment in our schools and it becomes necessary to use it, the teacher to administer the corporal punishment should be supervised to prevent any form of abuse. The video you showcase showing the teacher brutalizing the guy, we are not in support of brutalizing people or infringing upon the rights of others, but rather we are bringing the necessities whereby if the teacher to administer the corporal punishment is so angry to a point, we should not allow that teacher to administer the punishment, but rather a seconder should do it to prevent any form of abuse. That is why we are calling upon the entire house that corporal punishment should be reintroduced and not about infringing on the rights of others. Point 2, the chair. Other alternatives suggested by my opponents are not fearful and primitive enough to yield any positive result as far as discipline is concerned. The fear talked about here is a positive fear. This is a fear that makes people abstain from stealing, armed robbery, and other antisocial behavior. The chair, imagine a situation in this country whereby armed robbers and thieves are only giving counseling about the negative effects of their action on the country. This would definitely going to embolden a lot of hooligans who would take this dear country of ours for a ransom. My opponent, is this what you are calling for? Then I'm sorry. So, corporal punishment should be reintroduced in our schools to shape the life of our future leaders. Point 3, making our 8th point, which is my last but not least point to the chair. My opponents and everybody here who advocates for the continuous abolishment of corporal punishment have forgotten that parents and teachers form partnership in the implementation of corporal in the reformation of a child. Therefore, they should be seen as working together in the same cause to reform our children. The chair, as it stands now, Ghanaian teachers are not allowed by law to use any form of corporal punishment. But nobody is naive here to think that parents are not using corporal punishment in their homes. So my opponent, are you trying to tell me that from the one you were born up to date, your parents has never punished you? Your parents has never given you any form of corporal punishment? I wonder why you are in Prempeh College. Because Jachie Pramso will never accept these students, because we want students that are disciplined, and every student that is disciplined has received any form of corporal punishment to help shape their lives and their characters. My opponent, you made mention that corporal punishment inflicts pain on people. Haven't you been to the hospital before? Haven't you been given an injection before? Every children here or every student here is afraid of injection. But that does not prevent the doctor from injecting the medication on you, because you need to be healed from your sickness. So are you trying to say that if you have done wrong or you have flouted school rules and you are given just 2 strokes of cane, that one is an abuse? Hey, then you don't know what you are talking about. My opponent, you also made mention that all you came here to do, you were talking about biology, sciences, and all other things. We are talking about reality. We are talking about what is happening, what is going on here. And Penifo say, Sankofa Yenchi. So if we are put bound on corporal punishment, and now students have become more recalcitrant, and it is necessary for us to reintroduce it in our school, I don't see there is any problem with that. So my opponent, next time, do thorough investigation before you mount on this stage to debate. Just this afternoon, about 30 minutes ago, Madam Grace Amabo, popularly known as Mame Dokun, of which I know you all remember, yes, by the fireside. Did you ever watch that? That woman is also calling out for corporal punishment, with the reintroduction of corporal punishment in our schools. Because the chair, my audience, Mrs. Jackson, look at what is happening in our schools right now. A student could stab the other with a knife and nothing will be done to him. Hey, is that what is happening in Prempeh College? I know the reason my mother didn't send my brother there. Because I don't know what is happening there. We are talking about reality. And reintroducing corporal punishment is something that is very peculiar, that we need to do in order to make sure discipline in our schools. My opponent, you were talking about what happened about 4 years ago in our schools concerning the girl who was beaten by our headmaster. This is total exaggeration. Madam Rose, my literature madam, please, are you here? This is what we call hyperbole. They are trying to exaggerate the case. But let me give you clear emphasis of what actually happened to you. Okay, what they were saying is all lies. The headmaster just gave 2 strokes of canes to the girl because he was wearing unprescribed. Thank you.
We are not animals. And under no circumstances, no ideology, no pretext must a man be made to feel less of the human being that he is. Because that cane in the hands of a teacher is not an instrument for correction. It's an instrument for oppression. And if you continue to ignore this, society will sink into regression. To quote one of the greatest minds in history, Plutarch, this also I assert, that children ought to be led to honorable practices by means of encouragement and reasoning, and most certainly not by blows or ill treatment. For it surely is agreed that these are meant rather for slaves than for the freeborn. For so they go numb and shudder at their tasks, partly from the pain of the blows and partly from the degradation. The standing chairperson, bold and impartial panel of judges, man of the pendulum, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Echampong Ohene Kwame, as passionate supporting speaker, speaking in full opposition of the motion before the House today, which I quote: corporal punishment should be reintroduced in our schools. Since my able principal speaker has elucidated the key terms within the motion, allow me, in my capacity as a subordinate speaker, to add on highly organized facts. My premier point, the chair of the House, is corporal punishment has adverse physical and mental health risks. Can I shock you? According to the World Health Organization, individuals exposed to corporal punishment at a young age have altered brain function and structure, and increased antisocial behavior, post-traumatic stress disorder, and in very extreme cases, develop cancer, obesity, arthritis, and alcohol-related problems. Bako, show them the video.
A teacher for one more able mofrango school. Corporal punishment. Teacher ni obechia basi obi baso abono kwaya wa humpa na woyam shisho na woyam ɛhyehyɛ na asɛm a wɔbɛto dwa ma menhwɛ baabi a wɔkora okay anapɛ yɛba bɛtwetwe ho nkɔmmɔ abɔfra yi wɔkɔ school ɛwɔ Great Amas na amanneɛ no kyerɛ sɛ buro a teacher de ɛboro no nti abɔfra no yɛkasa yi sɛ wabubuo anaasɛ ogu so a wobubuo join him on Facebook join me.
Yes, this is the story of Janet Howe, a student of St. Manso Senior High School who was brutally beaten into a stroke by her own teacher. Yes, beaten into a stroke by her own teacher. Why? Because she reported to school late. Yes, after she reported to school late, her teacher questioned her and found that she gave no reasonable explanation, and as a result, gave strong strokes on her head, making her immobilized for life. So are we taking our children to school to be educated, or we are taking them to school to turn them into stroke patients? And some of us here still agree that a method of punishment that sends our children to an early grave is the way to go. God forbid. To my second point, the chair. The positive discipline alternative has proved to be better than corporal punishment. Bako, play the video on positive discipline.
I think having positive discipline has given the teachers a little bit more
SRC and the Regional Directorate of Ghana Education Service Ashanti and Chad. The biggest debate competition in Ghana is back. Which side do you represent? For or against the motion? Stay glued to your superstation Love 99.5 FM, Joy Learning and Joy Prime as we bring to you the biggest stage where schools in Ashanti show their prowess through debate. Rally behind your alma mater to glory as gallant young men and women from the various senior high schools in Ashanti.
The main methods of employing this method is allowing the students to face the consequences for their own actions. For example, a student spills water on the floor. Normally, a teacher will take a cane and whip the student. But if you allow the student or his colleague to walk on the floor, they will slip and fall. And there is a saying that a child does not need anybody to show him God. After going through that ordeal, he will not need anybody to tell him to clean up his messes. If all these experts, the UN and the UNICEF are championing this alternative, I put it to my opponents to come and explain the credibility and authenticity of the facts they are presented here today. That's as if they can be called facts in the first place. Moving on to my third and final point, the chair of the house. Guidance and counseling is the surest means to reformation in children. It's about time we realized that sitting our students down and engaging them in comprehensive guidance and counseling sessions is the only means by which you can imbibe good morals and values in them. Show them the statistics. Yes, and the statistics speak for themselves. In a survey that was conducted involving individuals posted in the International Journal for Applied Psychology, it was found that a sum total of about 90% of the individuals found that engaging in guidance and counseling was an effective means of reformation. And a sum total of a whopping 65% agreed that guidance and counseling helped relieve stress in children. I find it hard to understand why, as a civilization that prides itself on open-mindedness, liberty, and freedom, some of us still condone a practice that even our forefathers thought it twice to abolish. Let's share the house. I can assure you that should I take off my belt and give my friends on the other side just 3 strokes of the belt, their eyes will be open to the reality of the world we live in. But of course not. I will not engage in that. Why? Because I am a proud Amanfo, and violence is never the answer. Now allow me to rebut some outlandish arguments leveled by my opponents. The principal speaker said, there is a law in Ghana that prohibits. There is no law in Ghana that prohibits corporal punishment. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is absolutely ridiculous. Yes, it is not in the Constitution, but the Constitution gives its subordinate parties the right to make bylaws. That is why the management of the Ghana Education Service in 2017 officially banned corporal punishment and re-emphasized it in 2019 in a letter issued by lawyer Anthony Boateng, the Deputy Managing Director of the Ghana Education Service, to all regional directors. And so please check your facts. To my next rebuttal, corporal punishment instills discipline is what the principal speaker said. Now, discipline achieved through fear is extremely short-lived. Thank you very much.
the chair and the house. These are the points elaborated by my principal speaker and I, calling upon the entire house to rally supporters that yes, corporal punishment should be reintroduced in our schools. 1. Reintroduction of corporal punishment will instill discipline. 2. Reintroduction of corporal punishment will deter students from misbehaving. 3. Reintroduction of corporal punishment will help students to learn from their mistakes. 4. Corporal punishment is bound to be used to a certain point in time in the country. 5. Corporal punishment will cure the country from blind copying. 6. Corporal punishment will yield positive results as far as discipline is concerned. 7. Corporal punishment has the ability to reform a child. And last but not least, corporal punishment. Teachers and parents form partnership in the implementation of strategies to reform a child. Therefore, they should be seen as working together to reform a child. My opponent, I think you are so interested about the science. I don't know. Is it the science the only course you offer in your school? Because I don't know. You are talking about science. Let us be realistic. Let us be realistic, my opponents. Please. The issue concerning our headmaster brutalizing the girl, as I was saying, and my time did not permit me. So that is why I'm back to correct it and to clear the minds of my opponents and to enlighten the house that the headmaster meant no harm. He didn't mean to brutalize the girl. What he was trying to do was to just correct the child. And the girl was that time bleached. She has bleached her skin. And also, when she went outside to visit the clinic, the picture they took of the video was edited. So what you see on your screen is not the real thing that happened in our school. So please, my opponent, it is not that happened. So don't throw that into the eyes of my lovely audience and the chair. My opponent, you made mention that corporal punishment should not be reintroduced because it creates mental problem. The beatings given to you is not about the mental problem you get, but giving true strokes of cane for not scaling school wall. That picture will stay in your mind forever and ever. Anytime you get close to the wall, trying to scale it, you will come back because that 2 canes you took will deter you from repeating the same crime. That is what we are talking about here. And I've already explained to you that we are not in support of human rights abuse. Anytime the necessity becomes to use corporal punishment, there should be a teacher to supervise to prevent any form of abuse. That is what we are talking about here. My opponents, please, even a chief. Dekita, please play me that video. Thank you. Thank you. So even chiefs, the rulers of our country, the rulers of our community are calling for the reintroduction of corporal punishment. What are you talking about? It is because they have seen the relevance and the importance of corporal punishment in our society. See the way children are going wayward nowadays, and see the way children are taking this dear country of ours for a ransom. That is why everybody here should rally and support us, including my opponents, that yes, corporal punishment should be reintroduced in schools. Thank you.
The Vice Chairperson, my second coming is not to give a lengthy script, but to give a decent summary of what together I said with my supporting speaker. Together, we alluded that corporal punishment should never be reintroduced in schools because 1. Corporal punishment worsens recalcitrant behavior. 2. Corporal punishment damages teacher-student relationship. 3. Corporal punishment was never and will never be the solution to students' discipline. 4. Corporal punishment creates an avenue for teacher brutality. 5. Corporal punishment causes psychological harm. 6. Corporal punishment has adverse physical and mental health risk. 7. Guidance and counseling is the surest means to reformation in children. And 8. Corporal punishment has been outweighed by positive discipline methods. the otherwise chairperson. My opponents also alluded that corporal punishment instills discipline in students. But then, discipline achieved through fear is superficial and short-lived. True discipline systems are achieved from understanding and internal motivation, not from the threat of physical pain. Moreover, studies show that corporal punishment leads to increased aggression and not improved behavior. 2, they alluded that some children only respond to physical discipline. But the otherwise chairperson, this argument overlooks the individuality of children and the effectiveness of tailored nonviolent disciplinary approaches. Assuming physical punishment as the only solution reflects a lack of understanding and creativity in behavior management. 3, they alluded that it is a parent's right to discipline a child. But then, while parents have the right to guide their children, this does not extend the infliction of physical harm. Children have rights too, including the right to safety and protection from violence. 4, they alluded that corporal punishment deters future misbehavior. But the otherwise chairperson, on the other hand, research indicates the opposite. Children subjected to physical punishment are more likely to exhibit increased aggression and behavior problems over time. The otherwise chairperson, the principal speaker also quoted that the Constitution Act, yes, does indeed permit corporal punishment. But this law has an exception, that children below the age of 16 years are those to be subject to this punishment. Does this mean that we should breach the same constitution that claims equality and fairness to all? I leave that to you to answer. My opponents also claim that we came here basing our arguments on nothing but videos. But the otherwise chairperson, permit me to do this. Abodie, show the picture of the girl again.
Resulting in the death of 3 of
the video might not be available as of now, but then we also the video when it was projected. Now I plead to ask. They said that the teacher, the lecturer madam for their school, please, I want you to answer this question for me. They said that, first of all, the headmaster gave the students only 2 strokes of lashes. Then again, they came back and said that the picture was edited. Then again, she also made an allusion that the person was punished because she ran out of school. But then the report we saw on the internet shows that this person was actually helping someone who was under punishment by the headmaster, causing him to give her that sort of punishment. So them trying to charm the entire house into believing that turning our teachers into enforcers is the right way to go. It's them trying to charm all of us into believing that turning our teachers into headsmen with sticks is the right way to go. But then, as my supporting speaker said, God forbid. The otherwise chairperson, my opponents also alluded that the students that stabbed the teacher was not punished and was just left to go scot-free. But then if you did your research well, my dear, you would get to realize that the person that stabbed the student was arrested, dealt with, and then was suspended from school. And as we speak of now, that person is going to be writing the examination from jail. This has proven that it is a better alternative rather than lashing students, giving them mental health problems. The otherwise chairperson, my opponents also alluded that corporal punishment helps in development of a nation. But then we have in our custody an exhibit which shows that corporal punishment is explicitly prohibited by several international conventions on human rights, including the European Convention on Human Rights and United Nations. The otherwise chairperson, all the members or countries of Europe are members of this organization, and it will shock you to know that none of them are amongst the 44 poorest countries in the nation. Even comparing Europe's country to Ghana, that country, which is Moldova, outweighs Ghana in a million ways. Where Ghana rather introduced corporal punishment, and Moldova never entertained such an activities. So my dear, you might want to come back again. The chair, the house, I rest my case.
Oh, I'm sure you can do better with the applause than what you just did. Achame. 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 That's Jachie Pramso Senior High School for you. I'm out for. And that's Prempeh College for you. Please, a round of applause for these wonderful, amazing young debaters. All right, so let me welcome a very fine gentleman from Bonvas, one of our sponsors. He has a few words for us. And so, okay, so a lady will be doing the talking, I'm told. And so please welcome him warmly for me. A round of applause for this wonderful woman from Bonvas. She's got something special for all of you here present. So, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
To everyone here and to our viewers joining us online, my name is Mame Akosia Ebuwa Uswofuri, and I'm actually honored to present an agency that is not just changing lives locally, but also creating global footprints, Bonva Stores. So this is our first time supporting the Love FM High School debate, and I must say it's been a great journey so far, and I believe that even after this show, we are definitely going to be in touch. So we at Bonva Stores, we believe that travel is not just about tourism. We believe that travel is a transformation, and the transformation that everybody, every individual here should experience at least once in a lifetime. At Bonva Stores, we offer internships, work and study abroad, visa assistance, flight and hotel reservations, all year-round excursions, travel and tour consultations, tour guiding, car rentals, and international and local tours. So now let me walk you through three of our most services designed for every Ghanaians in mind. First of all, I'd want to talk about our job opportunities abroad. Currently, we have the Work in Dubai opportunity where we secure roles in general labor, and by general labor, I mean carpentry, painting, and etc. And then it comes with a really good salary over there. Again, we have our Work in Germany initiative where we support professionals over the age of 40, especially nurses and teachers. We give them work qualification assistance, sponsorship guidance, and then we help with their housing and insurance. Now to my favorite part, which is our IWASA initiative. IWASA simply stands for Internship, Work and Study Abroad. Most of us here are students, and then before I step off, I would want to talk to us here. I would urge you to listen closely to our IWASA initiative. So if you are a student in this room or you are a student watching online, we believe that your global journey can start right away. We connect you to international internships in fields like hospitality, IT across France, the US, Dubai, and then Japan. And then this comes with stipends. We don't just leave you to go study. We make sure that as you are studying, you get some little support in the form of cash to help you study as well. And then if you are looking forward to study abroad, you are in your final year, about to write your WASI, and then you would wish to further your education abroad, or you are in the university and then you wish to do your master's or your PhD out there, Bonva Stores is here to help you. We offer you scholarships and then basic education in universities, mostly in Europe, Canada, and then Asia. And then finally, I would want to talk about our Best Beyond Borders tour, which is our Turkey business trip. Now, this Turkey business trip is mostly tailored for our entrepreneurs, our traders, our shop owners, every businessman or woman out there. So this trip is not just a tour, but this is a business acceleration experience where we want you to meet direct manufacturers in textiles, homeware, and then construction, where we want you to cut out the middlemen. We want you to go yourself, find the tools that you deal in or the products that you work with, get it yourself without having to purchase from someone who has already added his or her cut to it. We want you to buy at factory prices, just as I said, to scale up your profits. And also, we want you to attend networking and cultural sessions to help you build your global business connections. Also, we want you to enjoy this travel support. You are not just going there to get products for your business, but then we also want you to enjoy yourself as part of the trip. So I know by now most of us have this question on our minds. Why Bonva Stores? Bonva Stores, we have been in this travel business for more than 10 years, and we've served over 2,000 clients, be it study abroad, work abroad, and other travel as well. So we want you to come to us, and then wherever you are in this room, your journey doesn't have to wait. Call us on 0261 671 686. I repeat the number again, 0261 671 686, or call us on 053 1090068. If you want to come to our premises too, we are at Tech Junction, Aija, right behind the Victory Baptist School. We would want to encourage you all to come to our office or just call through our line and then talk to us about all your travels, all your travel needs as well. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much as well. A round of applause for her. And she's done her job very well. Patricia, what do you have in your hand and what is it for?
I'm holding corporal punishment in my hand.
Who am I going to use it on?
If you don't sign up to the IWASA, I'll give you 3. Okay? 3 canes.
Where are you going to administer? The back, the buttocks, the palm, where?
When we were in senior high school, please, I completed St. Monica's in 2004. Clap for me. And you misbehave. Me, those times they were beating us, so we also devised a plan. We put a notebook here. And teacher, and no boss, I'll bet it, pa. It wasn't entering our body. That's the point. But the point, once again, is if you do not clap for all our sponsors, especially Bonva stores, how many canes? So clap. Thank you, David.
Well, you have a few sponsors to mention for us to acknowledge and say thank you to.
Absolutely, I do. And Rebecca Morrow, you have people there? Okay, I see. Okay, so let me start and actually say thank you to Palm University College. Can we all repeat it? Palm University College, yes. And they are admitting prospective students for their BSc and MSc options in Business Information Technology, Business Administration, Computer Science, Information Technology Management, Health Sciences, Health Services, I must say, Management, and Leadership Programs. Now we have experienced faculty, stimulating environment, subsidized fees so that everybody can enjoy higher education, I must say. And also our students can undertake a 1-semester exchange program with Oklahoma State University in the United States of America. Pick your phones right now if you are watching us from home and log on to www.palm.edu.gh or visit our campus at Manya Jokpanya, Shai Hills in the Greater Accra region. Palm University College, we say, become a Palmer and succeed.
Special thanks going out to ABA Herbal Center, which specializes in the treatment of glaucoma, cataract, long and short-sightedness, and every kind of eye problem. If you experience menstrual disorder, hypertension, stroke, prostate, liver, and kidney-related diseases, we are here to help you. Visit ABA Hospital in Kumasi today at Kwadaso Ejinase behind the main market, and at Doma Ahinkru. We are also near the Ebenezer Preschool, adjacent Apia Kubi Cold Store. We also say thank you to Tradewinds Chemist. They are the producers of the most effective anti-malarial treatment, Traumatem, and this is an artemisinin-based product that contains artemether and lumefantrine. The 24 blister pack of Traumatem tablets is a 6-dose full course treatment for malaria. Consult your doctor if symptoms do persist after 3 days.
We also like to say thank you, I must say, to Otuaseka Rural Bank. They are operating current savings, fixed deposit, Susu and infant savings account. They give fast-track loans also with the lowest interest rate ever on the market. Receive your Western Union, Eastway, iTrans, mobile money, and Ghana Pay transfers from any of our branches located at Kofiase, Asante Mampo, Ejura, Sipebuo Krom, Abofo, Macro, Swame Market, and Kinkenso, and also Dr. Mensa. Otuasekai Banka, Etuhiase, Otuasekai, we say we are your savior in rural banking.
All right, a brief exercise. How many of us love Wache here? Wache lovers. Wache, please be confident. How many of us love Banku? Kenke. Okay, how many of us go to school with Shito? Are you sure? Those of you who didn't raise their hands, you don't like Shito. Let me introduce you to the best Shito. When I say Oma me Shito, I say Unikra ubedi. Oma me Shito. All right, so elevate your favorite wache, banku, kenke, rice, yam, or plantain with woma meshito, prepared hygienically with wholesome natural ingredients. It's available in both mild and hot flavors, conveniently packaged in small and large sachets. Woma meshito is perfect for everyone and every event, whether it's a divorce party, a breakup party, a proposal, whatever the engagement is or event is, we will be there for you. It is available in all supermarkets. So, Woma Meshito.
Okay. Now, we are also advised by dentists to visit their offices at least twice a year. And so I'm recommending that you go to Daxo Dental Clinic today. Go and enjoy 10% off a wide range of specialist dental services, including extractions, cleaning, polishing, filling, braces, and treatment of bad breath. And of course, remember that they use ultra-modern digital x-rays for accurate diagnosis. Daxo Dental works daily, and even on Sundays, they work from 12 noon to 4 p.m. Find them at IPT opposite the first gate of Amstead. Amekom, they are inside the City Style building and also at Ahojo opposite Latex Foam. Daxo Dental Clinic, we say smile with confidence.
Give your eyes the best care possible with Robert & Sons Limited Optical Services. With over 34 years of experience, they render specialist eye services, pediatric eye care, visual field testing, optical coherence tomography scans, and corporate eye care. Choose from our wide selection of 100% original frames and contact lenses. Visit Robert & Sons Limited Optical Services today at Ahojo, Kumasi. Robert & Sons Limited Optical Services. Seeing is believing. A special thank you also going out to Mazoya from Premium Foods, which is a delicious and energizing cereal designed to revolutionize your breakfast. This balanced meal combines corn, soy, milk, and essential nutrients, making it perfect for the entire family. It's also incredibly easy to prepare. Simply mix with cold or warm water and enjoy. Grab Mazoya Plus and Mazoya Super at the nearest supermarket. Mazoya, the perfect choice for a healthy and happy family.
And I also want to introduce to you Zwan luncheon meat, cocktail sausages, and hot dogs. It's your secret to delicious, yummy, and energetic meals. It is perfect for spaghetti, noodles, salad, burgers, sandwiches, and more. Now, Zwan offers both taste and nutrition, and so you can choose from the wide variety we have. Do you want it in the chicken, beef, turkey, hot or spicy flavors? We have it for you. Remember that Zwan products are available at KJTR Dubai Market, Dr. Mensa, Edum, and every supermarket nationwide. Zwan, we say, have a wonderful taste.
All right, the last two on my list, we say a big thank you to Gimpa Kumasi City Campus, which is accepting applicants for its diploma, undergraduate and postgraduate diploma programs. We have a one-year master's program in supply chain management, project management, accounting and taxation, etc. Gimpa offers a 4-month postgraduate diploma in occupational safety, health and environmental management. Sign up for our evenings, weekends, and regular lectures. Find our campus behind the Kumasi City Mall, Asqua, or visit www.gimpa.edu.gh on how to apply. And special thanks also going out to Ultimate Fashions.
Obiniem! Obiniem! Who be smiling today? Who will be crying today? No problem. So whether you will be crying or you'll be smiling after today, I have for you Flora tissues. Now, Flora provides your hopes. Hey, okay, should I ask again? Who is crying after the competition today? Who is smiling today? Okay, so whether you win or lose, we know definitely some of you will still want to share tears. And if ever you want to share tears, remember that I have Flora tissues available for you. Now, Flora provides your homes, schools, offices, and cars with the most hygienic, absorbent, and affordable option to clean dirt, sweat, makeup, crying, yes, and even mucus. Now, Flora disposable 3-ply handkerchiefs, toilet rolls, multi-purpose towels, table napkins, and box tissue come in beautiful new packaging such as Flora Joy, Flora Smile, Flora Giant, and Flora Kids. Get Flora tissues from any shop or in traffic today, and remember that we are thankful for you making us #1 in Ghana. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, let's clap again for all our proud sponsors as we hand over to David.
So, Patricia, I want to give you one last assignment.
Okay,
Stand in the midst of the students.
All right, so
when the results are announced and anyone is crying, You do the needful.
Let me go to the place where I'll feel taller than people. Don't worry, I know you.
So
all
today's
can
contest
see
3.
my crown.
Day 3 actually in the 2025 edition of the Love FM High. We witnessed contest 5 and contest 6. Contest 5 was between Osei Tutu Senior High School and Osei Educhum Senior High School. We termed it as a contest for the Oseis. Abrimpong. Osas. All right, so your results. So here we go. I'll start with the results for Osei Tutu Senior High School, and I'll start by mentioning your scores for organization and clarity. One of the judges scored for you 23, another scored 23, the final judge also scored 23. So 23, 23, 23 is 69. Argument and development of Osei Tutu Senior High School, one judge scored for you 23, another 21, the last one scored 24. 23, 21, 24 amounts to 68. Effective use of rebuttal, one of the judges scored for you 12, the other scored 12, the last one also scored 14. So 12, 12, 14 amounts to 38. Presentation style for Osei Tutu, one of the judges scored for you 9, the other scored 6, the other also scored 6, so 9, 6, 6, that amounts to 21. Then role as a particular debater for Osei Tutu Senior High School, one of the judges scored for you 9, the other scored 7, the other also scored 7, so 9, 7, 7 amounts to 23. Let's put them together. 69, 68, 38, 21, 23 amounts to 219 for OT. Then Osei Educhum Senior High School, same style, organization and clarity. One of the judges scored for you 25, the other scored 25, the other scored 23. 25, 25, 23 amounts to 73. Then argument and development for Osei Educhum Senior High School, a judge scored 25, another scored 26, the last one scored 20. So 25, 26, 20 amounts to 71. Effective use of rebuttals for Osei Educhum Senior High School. 13 was one of the scores given by one of the judges. 9 was the score given by the other, and 11. So 13, 9, 11 amounts to 33. When it comes to presentation style, you got 9 from one judge, you got 7.5 from another, and 7 from the other. So 9, 7.5, and 7 amounts to 24. Role as a particular debater. One judge scored for you 9, the other scored 7.5, and yet the other scored 6. So 9, 7.5, 6 amounts to 23. So that put together, that is to say 73, 71, 33, 24, 23 amounts to 223. So Osei Educhum wins by majority decision. And that is to say 2 of our judges scored in favor of Osas. So we'll see you in the next stage of the competition. Congratulations to you. And to OT, better luck next time. Now context 6. The motion for context 6 was corporal punishment should be reintroduced in schools. And it was between Jachie Pramso and Prempeh College. Jachie Pramso, your results or your scores. Organization and clarity. You got 24 from one judge, 22 from the other, and 25 from the third judge. So 24, 22, 25 amounts to 71. By way of argument and development, Jachie Pramso, so one judge scored for you 22, the other scored 21, the final judge scored 24. 22, 21, 24 also amounts to 67. Then effective use of rebuttal, Jachie Pramso, so a judge scored for you 6, another scored 5, the other scored 16. So 6, 5, 16 amounts to 27. Jachie Pramso, so presentation style, a judge scored for you 8, the other scored 7.5, the last judge scored 7. So 8, 7.5, 7 amounts to 23. Then role as a particular debater for Jachie Pramso. So one judge scored for you 8, the other 7.5, the other also 9. Let's put it together. 71, 67, 27, 23, 25 amounts to 212. Prempeh College, same sequence. Organization and clarity. You got 26 from one judge, 25 from the other, and 27 from the third judge. 26, 25, 27, that amounts to 78. Prempeh College, argument and development. 26 is the score a judge gave to you. 25 and 18 were the scores given to you by the 2 other judges. 26, 25, 18 amounts to 69. Effective use of rebuttal, Prempeh College, 7. was a score given to you by one judge, 7 yes by the other, and 19 by the third judge. 7, 7, and 19 amounts to 33. Let's now talk about presentation style. You got 8 from one of our judges, 6.5 from the other, and 9 from the third judge. So 8, 6.5, 9 amounts to 24. Prempeh College, roll as a particular debater. One of the judges gave you 8, the other also gave 6.5. The last one gave you 8, so 8, 6.5 plus 8 amounts to 23. So 78, 69, 33 to 226. So Prempeh College wins by a majority decision. Jachie Pramso, better luck next time. Hope to see you next year. Prempeh College, we'll see you somewhere next week when the competition heightens. But for now, we say thank you very much for your time. Patricia, take over from me.
Okay, thank you so much, David. And all too soon, we have come to the end of Contest 5 and Contest 6 of the preliminary stage of the 7th edition of the Love FM High Schools debate. My name is Patricia Bonsu. We are live still from the Christian Service University, our traditional grounds. And we are live on TV, Joy Prime, Joy Learning, live on Radio Love 99.5 FM, and also on our social media handles, Facebook and YouTube specifically, I must say. And at the end of today, I'm happy to tell you that we have Osei Tutu Senior High School, they are Prempeh, and also Prempeh College, Amanfoɔ, joining the likes of St. Louis Senior High School, Upon Memorial Senior High School, KNUST SHS, and TIM to the next round of this particular competition. Congratulations to the other schools that could not actually also make it to the next round. As usual, you know we always come back with a conversation with the victors of the day and find out from them what they really did differently for them to hit the jackpot. And so I'm going to go back to this beautiful lady I spoke to earlier. She is from Osei Tutu Senior High School. Congratulations, madam.
Thank you.
How are you feeling? I don't even see it in your face. I don't feel it in your voice. Should we turn the results? Okay, so let's speak to the debaters then. Come around, let's have a conversation. And okay, let's speak. You find today's contest
very easy. But one thing I know is that when you come to debate, you shouldn't put it in your mind that just because you know you can speak English, you can debate. Debate is very different from speaking English. What I will use to earn my contribution is that this debate may end, but truth will never fade away. Thank you.
Okay, so let's also have the opposing school for that Osei Educhim. Let's have the debaters and also their patron around whilst we wait and have a conversation. But remember, we do this as always with the Ashanti Regional Student Representative Council, the Ghana Education Service, the Conference of Affairs of Assistant Senior High Schools, and all. We actually also, let me Tita, draw closer to me and let me find out from you what was the game plan for you today? How did you feel debating back there?
The feeling was good. In a nutshell, we say God helped us and we've come this far. We are grateful. It's been a first century and we've been able to come this far. We hope nothing but the best. May the good Lord continue to help us progress. That's what I can say.
Okay, so let me speak to your teacher. It's your first time, like we spoke earlier. How did you find everything at the end of the day?
I think everything was free and fair. When we were coming, we said that the horses are prepared for battle, the Lord. And indeed, victory is our portion right now, and we are grateful to God.
And you are potentially going to meet some other schools like St. Louis, Prempeh College, they are standing right here, Upon Memorial. You say they have their A game on. What do you want to tell these schools?
We want to tell them that even though this is our first entry, look at our performance. We are coming with poise, elegance, and intelligence. So let's wait for that.
Okay, thank you so much, and congratulations. I can now speak to, of course, I must say, the second victor of the day. That's Prempeh College. Let's have George and the boys around and have a beautiful conversation. We were told there was going to be a different name given to you at the end of it all. do you want to say something to your colleague patron?
Yeah, he said something that was interesting. You are competing with Prempeh College, and this is an academic pursuit. So if you come here and talk, you have to be very careful. So I think he's humbled. That's what I can say.
I see. So what's the plan for the next stage?
We don't have a serious plan. We pick contest after contest, as I keep on saying in our previous competitions. So we go back, watch the video again, and see the way forward.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, George. Let me move to your gentleman here. Okay, don't worry. There's no need for you to go down. Let's have a conversation, a beautiful one. You're live on radio, Love 99.5 FM, and also on TV, Joy Prime, Joy Learning. What does this victory mean to you?
Personally, this victory means a lot to me because I believe in my God, the God that I serve. He's the one that brought us this far, and I believe that, yes, he will take us far.
I see. And let me finally end with your brother here. Come around. Let's have a brief conversation before we sign off finally. What's the plan for next time?
Well, the plan is God. We came with God, and we are going to end with God. The Bible does say that for battle, but victory comes from the Lord. And so that is our game plan. The Bible makes us understand that we are more than conquerors. And we are here to conquer and raise the flag of Prempeh College high. And we are poised for victory. And we know that victory is for Prempeh College. Thank you.
Okay, so we'd like to encourage you that even after the competition, keep watching us on social media, Facebook and YouTube, Love 99.5 FM, and drop your comments still with the hashtag LUVFMHSD. Of course, this is the leading debate competition in the country where we give the younger ones a voice for them to have a conversation on issues of national interest. My name is Patricia Bosu, and from production here at Kumasi, we like to say thank you so much for joining us. God willing, tomorrow we'll come your way with another edition of the preliminary stage of the Love FM High Schools debate. Thank you so much for listening on radio, watching us on Joy Prime and Joy Learning. What do we say? Please, can you guys join me for us to scream a big bye-bye? So on 3,